Welcome to Patch Notes 3.0, the podcast where the topics are random, the arguments are chaotic, and the points mean everything. I'm Miguel Duran, joined by my two friends, Robert and Serge, where each week we bring a brand new patch to our messed up minds, where one of us leads the charge, the other scramble to keep up, and by the end, the only one will emerge victorious. That is, of course, I forget to keep score today. That to say that I'm going to be today's host. It's been a good run that I've been on. Before we get into like our weekly topics, so I think this is our episode 16. So we've gone through 15 episodes. They've been really close battle. Our standing at the end of 15 weeks have been 6 points for myself, 5 points for Serge, and 4 for Robert. So we'll see if Robert can go ahead and tie Serge up with 5, or Serge will join me with 6. I'm excited for today's topic, so it'll be a lot of fun. But before we get into that, how have you guys been?
Chilling. Let's see. I finished up watching Mobland. I want season 2 to be out already. It was really good. The ending was kind of weird, but still pretty good. I thought something was gonna happen. It didn't happen. So I'm glad that it didn't happen though. So just
Okay.
to say the least.
Without any spoilers.
The wife and I are on the last season of Demon Slayer. Right now,
Oh.
she's changing Hashiras again. She's now likes the snake one. I don't know his name, but she's now liking the snake one.
We learned it last episode. Wasn't it
No,
like
no, no. That was Muichiro is
oh,
the
the
is
mist?
the mist Hashira.
Oh, Serge, our
Yeah,
resident Demon
I
Slayer.
know Surge should be the one of all people to know the names of the Hashira.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's going on. This past weekend, the wife and I ran a 5K in Juarez. We got a little medal. Watch, hang on, medal right here.
Oh,
Mhm.
looks
To
quality.
say the least, I was fucking dying. It was hot over there in Juarez. We also hadn't been running, so I was not conditioned at all. There was hills. I was breathing so hard. I was trying to channel my inner Tanjiro and breathe.
Focus
Serge, why the
techniques.
fuck are you growing? What the hell's going on over there?
It's like muted.
You're fucking muted.
I'm like emerging out of my bookshelf. I don't know what's going on.
Real professional.
I'm over here. I know. Fucking clean your act. I'm trying to have my small talk over here, and you're having me distracted over there, man. What else? I watched Happy Gilmore too. Well, actually, I watched the first one and the second one. I had never seen the either of them, so the wife and I did that over the weekend as
Really?
well.
What'd you think of the
Yeah.
first one? It's for like a first time watch. It's a classic. I feel.
In terms of Adam Sandler's work, I think it's up there. It was
Yeah.
pretty. I mean, for what it was, it was good compared to his other works. But yeah, I liked it. I liked that it was mostly a lot of golf involved. There really wasn't like too much like filler here
Mhm.
and there. So I liked it. The second one, it was good too, I think. There were a lot of cameos. I had seen that there's at least like 70 plus cameos.
Yeah.
So freaking goated. What else? I felt
I
like there
think
was
I had
something
seen
else.
that it's like the highest grossing or like the quickest to reach like a certain view count from like Netflix, like on any movie release ever. Like
Dang.
it's like crazy. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Let's see.
What else? Oh, for the listeners out there, our long lost episode 14 is now live. I was able to fix it, so it is up now, and you guys can go ahead and go watch that on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. But other than that, I think that's it for me. I can't think of anything else. But if I do, I'll come back. Serge, you gotta hit us with the you know what I like more than my brand new Lamborghini? Knowledge.
Knowledge.
I don't think it's too
If you
bad.
if you know, you know.
God damn it.
Yep.
All right. For me, I went ahead and finished Severance season 2. Still really good. I'd give this season a 9 out of 10. It wasn't like a perfect
Yeah.
10 out of 10 like the first one, but still really good. The characters are still great. I think my favorite character is Helly. She's like the redhead one. That's just my favorite character so far. Plot was still good. The mysteries got a little bit more answers. I still recommend. I think it's a really great show. I'm excited for what's next because kind of where it leaves off. I mean, it's clear that they're planning to at least one or two more seasons. And yeah, I'm excited to see what's next. Aside of that, also watched Fantastic Four.
Oh,
Movie was great. I don't know if you guys have watched it yet. Have you
I
watched it yet?
I
haven't.
haven't.
No.
Ah,
That's a shame. That's a shame, and I'm going to shame you publicly right now. Shame on you.
when was I supposed to
Great
watch it?
movie.
I need to watch it tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, as a collective, they work amazing. Like all four of them. Um, I don't have any complaints of any four of them. They all play their roles really well.
You may not
The
have any
story,
complaints, but I know a lot of people are having complaints about Pedro Pascal and his anxiety.
from what I've seen, it goes both ways with him. So I think he's just a freak. It doesn't matter what gender or like. I think he's just a freak. But
That's true.
no, yeah, that is funny. A bunch of memes about how he only gets anxiety around women.
Mm,
But hey, there's clips of him just getting all touchy feely with men as well. So that's what I'm saying. I think he's just a freak, bro. So
yes.
he's gonna do him. But yeah, the movie was great. I mean, they have Galactus. That's the only kind of disappointing part. I won't say why. It's not bad, but kind of disappointing is I think how I would say it.
Mm.
Um, Outside of that, the story was good. The action is good. Like the emotion moments is good. I feel like it's Marvel getting the shit together. Like, yo, this is supposed to be the standard, and this movie met the standard. It kind of reminds you, like,
Nice.
yeah, like it really feels like, yo, this is what the fuck we're about. Like Guardians of the Galaxy 3 vibes. Like that's another one that meets the standard.
Mhm.
So it's like, yo, this should be like, this should be the starting point for all Marvel movies, which kind of it was for a while before Endgame. So definitely recommend watching that one. Um, I think my favorite of the Fantastic Four probably Sue Storm. She was kind of a vibe. She did a really good job. Outside of that, what else? Books. I didn't start with my books today. I kind of want to talk about some shows today. You know, switch it up on you. Got to keep everybody on their toes.
That's
But with
true.
that being said,
You're
Gotta
our
keep
book
it
guy.
yeah.
fresh.
But with that being said, I read another book, another 5 out of 5. My second 5 out of 5 ever. This one's more of a novella, which is like a short, condensed book. Like for example, the audiobook I think is like 4 hours long.
Oh wow.
The book was amazing. I think what I've realized is with if a book is gonna be 5 out of 5, it can have like no weak chapter. Not
Mm,
even bad, but just like where every chapter hits and like kind of stands on its own. So this one, it's called "This Is How You Lose the Time War," and it's written by two authors actually. So with this book, it's written by Amal El-Matar and Max Gladstone,
mm,
and it's kind of well, it is science fiction, and it involves two main characters. So they're kind of fighting like in this kind of ever-going war with like far in the future. So there's a kind of advanced technology. There's kind of it involves some time manipulation. I'll just leave it at that. I don't really want to review anything. Like I said, it focuses on two main characters. So the way it works is, I guess they took turns writing parts of the book. So one would write the POV of one character, and then the next chapter would be a letter that the other character wrote to this character,
mm.
and that's how the whole book kind of that's how the structure of the book. So we get the character's POV, and then a letter that they read from the other character, then it switches to that other character, and then they read a letter that they receive.
That's pretty fire.
And again, yeah, what makes it cool though is kind of the setting where it takes place because they're both kind of like super soldiers, like super advanced, like not like Captain America, more like future advanced type stuff.
Mhm.
And it's actually more like a romance story. So yeah, there's this backdrop of like war, science fiction, time, the future, but the focus of it is really kind of these two characters and kind of their story. Amazing book, like I said. The writing is really well done. The characters, you really become invested in them. The writing style itself is really well done. The world is interesting, even though it's not the focus. Like I said, it's the backdrop, but it kind of shows you really cool stuff to kind of like, whoa, what is this? Definitely recommend if you kind of into books already. I would not recommend it as a starter read because I think it'd be a horrible starter read. But yeah, my second 5 out of 5. Really
I know.
excited for that one. Um, Outside of that, I'm almost done with the first book of the Lord of the Rings. Kind of keep going at it because I
Yeah.
usually listen to it when I go to the gym. So it's audiobook. Andy Serkis, he's still cooking. I just have like an hour left, and I think so far I'm landing like at a 4 out of 5, which is really good for me.
Okay.
Yeah, and outside of that, that's about it. I mean, I haven't played any Baldur's Gate this week, but I'll probably do that this weekend for sure. So looking forward to
Nice.
that.
Honestly, I'm really surprised with your recent rankings. You've added a lot of 4.5s and a lot of fives recently. So
Yeah, I
the books
He's
have
a
been hitting.
changed
still got.
man.
Mm, I do a lot of research before I start a book,
Yeah,
so I try to pick books that I already know I should at least like.
yeah.
So that's usually, yeah. But then when I don't like, it'll be known. Like Dune Messiah, disappointing, lackluster.
Yeah, yeah. I know you hated that one. I was gonna say, you brought up Fantastic Four, and I cannot believe I haven't seen it yet. I was like way more excited for that
Shame.
one than for Superman, and I immediately saw Superman, so I'll have
I
to
mean, I
take the
haven't
review.
seen either of them, so
Yeah, no, I gotta
Honestly, like
find that. I'm a big
we gotta
Fantastic
find a new.
Four fan too, and
That's
like,
just unacceptable,
yeah, it
Robert. It's not
is.
even shameful.
Yeah.
hey,
Well,
man,
I'm
I
disappointed in
don't
myself
know.
that I waited this long. It's almost been up for a week. But in terms for myself, what have I been up to? Saw the Happy Gilmore movie. I was just chilling at home on Netflix. I was like, well, it's already here. Don't gotta go to the movie theater for that. It was good. I liked it. It was fun. It's a fun movie. I think recently, like Adam Sandler movies, I think like past 2010 have been more about like fun, like just kind of like the fun and enjoyment of comedy, just for fun's sake. So it's been really really good. I had my little sister over, and helping her with her science project before she goes back to school. And so after that, we were watching the Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies. I had never seen them. They're actually really good. Um, I found myself laughing a lot. It was a lot of fun. What else? Finally got back into reviewing some albums. The last one I reviewed was a Bad Bunny album. I heard really good things about it, so I decided to listen to it, and I actually really enjoyed it.
Which
Uh,
one was it? I know you said it was his latest album. Is that
yeah, it's
the one?
Debí tirar más fotos.
Oh, okay, is that one?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was really really good. I gave it like an 8.67 overall. Really really fun. It felt like very like Puerto Rican kind of like vibes. So it felt like he was kind of in his bag. It was really really
I,
good.
w-
Some
I
Mama
wonder why.
Huevo vibes.
But like I feel like I don't know, maybe I don't know the discography too well. So it's kind of been like the good thing about like doing like a deep dive into like an album, where like I get to kind of like see the artist like a bigger sample size. But like I feel like at least what I listened to before was more like reggaeton kind of based, like club music. Where this one was like a lot like more like Spanish music, which I enjoyed. So it was really really good. I definitely added a lot of songs to my playlist. Been playing a lot of Balloon Tower Defense. That game has like a stranglehold on me. I play it like before I go to bed, which is like the worst thing ever because I end up like staying up 2 hours longer than I want to. So I've been playing a lot of that. Um, Gaming has been really good, honestly. Got into Madden recently. I'm about to go for my three-peat with the Patriots. I'm using the same roster that we have this year, so it's just like a forecast of what's to come. Fantasy football is just around the corner. I know I got Robert into our league. I got to get you into our league, Serge. Um, and then I know that we are going to start a Dungeons and Dragons campaign pretty soon too. So I've just been enjoying kind of like games. I love kind of getting immersed into things. So I guess as the D&D campaign kind of unravels or unfolds, then I guess we can talk about it here. So just been chilling. Rocket League's been good. Marvel Rivals has been good. Blade, I think his teaser trailer just came out. He looks really insane. He has like a lifesteal ability. He has like an anti-heal ability. His ult's a lot like Psylocke but quicker. So it'll be good. It'll be fun. We'll see. I think he's like anti-dive or he's a dive tank. But yeah, so it's been good. Gaming's been fun. Yeah. Any other topics anybody wants to bring up?
Yes, I just want to bring up the clip of Surge and all
Yeah.
everybody, all the Dragon Ball stands going off on him. What do you got to say, Surge?
Your pleas have been heard. Your counter arguments have been considered. I've taken time to reflect on what I said, and I've chosen that I'm going to double down with what I said and stand by what I said because I am 100% correct. And that again, I'm not saying he's a bad person. I'm saying he's a bad dad and a dumb character. Or I guess a character who makes dumb choices. I don't want to say he's a dumb character because that implies again it's like bad character work. He's just a idiotic character and a bad dad. And I mean, I already give some of the reasons. They're kind of self-explanatory. And again, I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan. That's like the first anime I ever watched. That's what I watched with my cousins growing up. I probably watched it all the way through twice at this point, maybe 3 times, watching it in Spanish and English. So like I'm a real one, you know what I mean? But I'm able to recognize that it has flaws, specifically relating to Goku as a main character. I mean,
Yeah.
he doesn't have a lot of depth, and it's okay that he doesn't have a lot of depth. The reason I brought it up is because a lot of Dragon Ball fans try to kind of hold him up as like a peak main character amongst other main characters in anime and manga, which just is not the case. I already give some examples, such as Luffy himself. I think from One Piece is a better main character, and then
Agreed.
I mean, obviously, you have like truly great characters, like Guts from Berserk. He's another example that I also gave. So I just don't think that he is even like on the same level or same conversation as characters like this that I think deserve the price they get in terms of wow, this is like an amazing main character.
Yeah.
So to everybody who's saying that was a bad take, I'm afraid you guys are the ones with bad takes.
But I think there is a difference between like level of like iconicness, which Goku has in spades. I think
I,
he's probably
I agree.
top three, maybe fictional characters, maybe in terms of, like recent, I would say. And then if you start going into like anime, then he's definitely probably one of one, if not of top two. So I think there's a difference, and I think a lot of people were like quick to jump on that. They're like, no, no, he's the greatest. How could you ever diss Goku? Like, how can you like no, you know what you're talking about? But like that, like kind of like what you're saying, doesn't mean that they were the most well written, but definitely the most iconic. But
I
yeah,
I
the
agree. I think he's like those kind of characters like even your grandma would know who Goku is. You know what I
That's
mean?
yeah,
true.
But if you show them like any other anime character, they're probably not gonna know who it is. But Goku is like, yo, this is Goku.
yeah, but yeah. So it's good to see that you doubled down.
I
Of
know.
course,
Piccolo's
always.
the MVP dad of the series.
But like I
Piccolo is
think
like a
Surge.
generational aura farmer.
True.
Uh,
Well, like to counter, just to like counter your sensu bean, standpoint. It was I was talking to my cousin about it, like what his thoughts were, because like he's a big DBZ fan as well. I mean, just like you, I grew up watching
of some
Dragon Ball.
sensu beans.
Some sensu beans. There you go. He said that like you might think that that sensu bean scene might have been dumb, but like most people in Goku's position would have probably just taken down their enemy, but Goku isn't like that. He likes to give his enemies like a second chance to see if they can redeem themselves, which I mean is true, you know. I mean, like most of the
Right.
Same with
characters,
Frieza.
they would have.
So I think what your cousin did is explain the scene, but explaining the scene doesn't make it good writing. He's just kind of stating, like, I'm aware of what's happening in the story, which I think he was like, yes, objectively, that's what happened in the story. Now I'm actually getting into, okay, let's actually analyze it, right? I think your cousin, what you just kind of stated, scene by scene, what happened. Yes, I agree. Now, is that good writing? Good character decisions by Goku? No. And I mean, again, I can give the reasons. He's I think like there was one comment I read. I'll read all the comments. So if you guys want to go at it, I'll be there reading to see what you guys have to say. So I'm all for it. But I think one was like he knew that it was a challenge Gohan would be able to overcome. I think something like that, and I was like, I I understand what the author's trying to accomplish, right? That doesn't mean it's good because again, it goes into the bad dad aspect things of it. Goku is putting his own child in a considerable amount of danger and risk. Yes, he's believing, but he doesn't know that this is actually gonna win. Let's say Gohan doesn't win. Now the whole fucking Earth is screwed.
But I think it's also, I guess, to play devil's advocate, it's also playing into like their Saiyan heritage. Like Goku was sent to
That's
Earth
true.
to like destroy Earth, and that was like
Yeah.
not even a year old. So I think for them, it's like a point of just like we're this proud race. We gotta, fighting's in our blood, essentially. It's kind of like the kill or be killed kind of mantra that they all kind of live by. And I think without that moment, we wouldn't have had Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, which is arguably like one of the greatest moments in the series history.
That is
Um,
true.
but yeah, I see what you're
So
saying. It's a dumb thing, but it's also like they're not human, so like they wouldn't think like a human if you want to play
so
it.
then what you're saying is that Goku is driven by battle and combat, and this is what defines him as a character?
I
Because that's
would.
what I was saying. He's kind of one dimensional.
I think it's kind of like the Superman thing too, where it's like he's, I guess, from a different planet. So like it was raised a certain way, and like I think even when the Saiyans first come to Earth, Like he's like, no, I have to protect my home. This is my home. It's like this isn't your home. So like it's like an internal struggle within himself too. But I think that's why they can kind of make that decision too, where they're like, no, this is who we are. And like I think it's weird because sometimes there's moments where Goku like is like, no, I'm human, and like I've always been human. I'm protective of Earth. And there's other times where he's like, no, I'm a Saiyan. I'm gonna do what a Saiyan does. So it's flippy floppy for sure. There are moments, but I think it's just part of, I guess, the character. You just never know.
Yeah, and again, I love him as a character, but he does dumb stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And then that gets back to like the core of my argument, which is again, he doesn't hold up to these other characters that really deserve to be in the conversation of like truly great character work. And I think that's where my hot take is stemmed from. Where again, I'm saying he's a bad dad. He makes stupid choices, and therefore he shouldn't be in the conversation. These other truly great characters that have a lot of depth, a lot of nuance to them. When they make flawed decisions, it's really part of stuff that has been established and it has like a fundamental reason for it. It's not just kind of, oh, Goku's a fighter, let's watch him fight, or this isn't his Saiyan blood.
Mhm.
Which, if the author kind of made that a true, like, deep theme that stays consistently throughout, and there's not this flippy floppy that you brought up, it would be great stuff. But again, it's those inconsistencies which then makes it into kind of, okay, you're kind of dropping the ball, which I hate to say, because again, this guy created like all-time series, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the standard.
But at least with those kind of aspects, I guess he just kind of missed the mark on it, is a better way to say it.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Star Lord in Infinity Wars kind of thing, where it's like he's like one of those characters, but he just fumbled like at the end, like he let his own kind of personal, I guess, vision kind of affect everything. So I can see the frustration for sure. Yeah, we should make a Dragon Ball Z podcast. We just
I know, right? Just Sergio's
fun.
just
And all we
roasting.
talk about is just Goku.
we just talk about Goku and we play the respect to the
That'll be patch notes after dark. We'll have a separate
Oh, true.
separate
Exactly.
bonus episodes.
That's funny. All right, I think that's everything. Let's see how I can share my screen again. Oh yeah, here we go. Share screen. I don't know if I have audio, but just in case I will. Enable
Last
it.
time you did, so maybe. Whoa.
Last time I did.
Can you just press that little hide button? I fucking hate seeing that.
My bad, brother.
Fucking piss me off. No, you're good.
All right. Just in case, I'm gonna get in front of it before anything kind of happens. So there's this channel called Dropout, and they have like different game modes and stuff like that, different segments, I should say. And one of them is called Actually, which was a big inspiration for kind of this kind of show. So what we're gonna call it is we're gonna call it Game of Corrections. Essentially, the way the game works, as I'll kind of get into it, is I'll be giving out a statement. Okay. Each of you will have each statement will have one or two things. There's some statements here that will have two or three. I'll go ahead and preface that this statement will have one or two things wrong with it. So each statement is inherently wrong about something. So it's going to
Okay.
be your job, Sergio and Robert, to basically race to see who can figure out what's wrong with that statement. I'm going to be reading it out, and feel free to cut me off at any point in time. The first person to cut me off, like after I would have stated something, you can go ahead and I guess raise your hand. No, just start. You can start talking, just because I won't have a way of seeing you. So just kind of
Alright.
cut each other off, and you're gonna say what you think is wrong with a statement. If you go ahead and get that statement correct, or you find out what's incorrect about it, you'll get a point. And then towards the end of the kind of the questions, I think there's like I want to say like 10 questions or so. There'll be kind of bonus questions, which are a little bit formatted differently. So it should be pretty fun.
Okay.
But yeah, without further ado, I guess we can go ahead and get started. So let me go ahead and get my pen, and we'll go ahead and get started. So the first one is a One Piece question. In One Piece, Monkey D. Luffy sets sail from his hometown of Fuchsia Village with the goal of becoming the Pirate King by finding the legendary treasure known as the One Piece. Along his journey, he assembles a crew, including Zoro, Nami, Sanji, and Usopp, none of whom possess Devil Fruit powers, making Luffy the sole user of Devil Fruit in the original crew lineup.
Now, again, if you use the Japanese name for Fusa Village, then that may be what's wrong here. Because outside of that, I don't, unless I'm done with it, I don't see anything that seems wrong. Because I know at least in English, I think it's called Windmill Village, where he comes from. I think. again, this is like literally chapter one type stuff, so I didn't even remember the name of the village.
I
And then
mean,
That's
you
I
said,
wouldn't.
that is not what I have incorrect, but you could be right.
okay,
Keep in mind, I'm not an expert on One Piece, never seen the show,
mm,
but I did try to incorporate questions that you might be able to answer to shed some light in. Robert would be able to answer. Um, but if you don't know what the guess is, you can go ahead and give out a guess. You don't have to tell me what's wrong with it, but if you're able to identify at least what's wrong with it, then I'll give you the point. If no one can tell me exactly what's wrong with it, so feel free to throw out guesses.
I wouldn't even be able to tell you what's wrong with it. I mean, I've never seen this anime ever
oh,
either.
Throw a shot,
okay.
Black.
So again, I'm like the resident One Piece fan here. Monkey D. Luffy, the name is correct.
Uh huh.
So we're starting with the basics. Again, the village, I don't know how it's said in Japanese, but I think it's a windmill village.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to become the Pirate King.
Mm-hmm.
It involves finding the One Piece because that's the Pirate King's treasure he left behind.
Okay.
His crew: Zoro, Nami, Sanji, Usopp. I think that's everybody from the basics.
Mm-hmm.
None of them possess a devil fruit besides Luffy. 'Cause honestly, I don't know what's wrong here unless I'm just not connecting the dots.
What I can do is I can go ahead and give the answer. So I
Is it
guess,
like I don't
yeah.
even know. Let's
You
see.
any final guess? Any final attempt? You can get a point.
Let's see. I don't know. Because I mean, I know the background of One Piece, and like Serge is saying, I really don't know what would be wrong with it.
All right. I
Is
think
it
if no one
something?
will get it, then I'll
Yeah.
just go ahead and state it. So in the statement, I say none of whom possess demon fruit powers, making Luffy the only one of the original crew. So according to my sources, eventually, multiple members of the crew do gain devil fruit powers, including Chopper, Robin, Brooke, and Frankly to be among them. Um,
So
mhm.
you said original crew, and that's why the original crew before they go into the Grand Line consists of who you mentioned.
Those.
Later on, so I mean, technically your statement in itself is correct.
I think it's the original
Incorrect, I
crew
mean.
where I messed up, huh?
Yeah,
I'll take credit for that one. But you see kind of how
that's fine.
the questions should
Yeah.
go. All right.
Therefore, I believe I should get a point. Thank you very much. Go ahead and mark that one down for me.
I'm giving no points for that one.
No
Wow,
points. No
that's
points for
crazy.
you.
There's plenty of
All right.
points. Don't worry.
All right.
The point is,
What if I get a point for literally recognizing that everything was correct?
you know what? Honestly, that's fair. Just because the question was wrong, in the statement. So I'll go ahead and give Search the point, but like a half
Uh,
point if it comes down to that.
anything to beat Robert.
It could
Bruh.
be 1.5 points. Okay, the next one we'll for sure know. The next one is a question from Demon Slayer. In Demon Slayer, Nezuko Kamada overcomes her demonic urges and trains alongside other demon slayers under the guidance of Urokodaki. Over time, she earns the rank of Hashira, joining the
All right.
okay.
Uh, she never earns the rank of Hashira.
Okay. That is correct. The point for Surge. So you gotta. So what I have here is she never, of course, becomes Hashira, just like Surge said. She remains a demon and is not actually an official member of the Corps. So that is a point for Surge. Okay. The next one we have here is also a Demon Slayer one. So this one has 3 incorrect parts. In the Intermediate District arc, Tengen battles the upper rank 2 demon siblings Daki and Gyutaro, who share a single body. Their blood demon art allows them to fuse into a single form, but they can
All
only
right.
be killed. Okay, Robert?
I got one. Is it the shared heart? I mean, you have to slice their heads off in order for them to die.
Okay, Robert identified one thing. Um,
Mhm.
so,
Uh,
killed by their shared heart at the same time, Robert's correct. It's actually, they have to cut off at the head. There are 2 other
I can
things wrong
just
with
go ahead
this.
and try to. If I see one, I can say it right.
Yeah, feel free. Feel
I
free
think
to go for
it's
it.
the blood demon art isn't what like that's not their blood demon art. It's I think with Gyutaro it's like his blood sickles, and then with Doggy it's like her robe or whatever that's called, her control of it. I think that's what the blood demon art is. Not them. It's not them being allowed to fuse into a single form.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you got it right on the head. You answered a little bit more than what I was just looking for, and you got it exactly right.
Uh,
Is that they're actually 2 separate entities? They're not one single form. They come in
yeah.
the pair. So Robert got one, Sergio got one. Anybody want to take a crack at what else is wrong with this statement?
I mean, unless it's the one you just said. I don't know if
No,
is there another
I
one.
encompassed it together, so I can say it again.
Huh.
And the
So
entertainment district.
entertainment district is
Oh,
correct.
okay. I
Tengen.
guess Tengen's not the only one who fights them. I don't know if this is it. It's also
Uh,
Tanjiro,
Well, I
yeah,
Zenitsu.
think Tengen is like the sole guide that does it though.
Uh,
I mean, he mostly
hmm.
is the one that
I guess technically Surge would be correct, but that's not what I'm looking for, so I won't count it. In the
was it
entertainment
an upper
district arc,
rank? Were
10
they
ranking
lower
battles.
ranks?
You want to give, and there's again no penalty for guessing. So if you just want to take a crack at it,
Maybe maybe you're being kind of cheeky with it with upper rank two and demon siblings. Are you saying there's not two demon siblings, but they're upper rank two?
No, I think he means upper rank and then 2 demons, right?
Because he capitalized the two.
That is true. He might be trying to be cheeky with it.
Yeah, that's my
yeah.
guess.
Was it at upper
So
rank 4?
you guys are. Oh, I'll give it to Robert just because he was dialed in essentially on what it was.
Right?
So
Was it upper rank 4?
they're upper rank 6.
Ah,
Uh,
6.
yeah. Surge was able to get one, identify one. Robert was able to identify two. So you guys were able to identify all 3 incorrect parts. So good job. All right. This next one comes from DBZ. During the epic battle between Goku and Vegeta in the Saiyan saga, the intensity of their clash.
False! Mikey! He turned Super Saiyan with Frieza.
All right. Robert got the question
Dang,
right.
you read that fast. What the heck?
He got in it quick.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah,
But you can read it for our listeners.
yeah, of course. So during the epic battle between Goku and Vegeta in the Saiyan saga, the intensity of their clash pushes Goku to the edge, resulting in his first transformation into a Super Saiyan, a moment that marks the turning point in the series. Robert got it exactly correct. In that Goku first becomes Super Saiyan in his fight with Frieza and Namek. Not in the battle.
Which is also the longest battle in history of anime.
Oh, that's cool. That still stands.
Yeah, it is. Yes.
Oh, that's
Let
cool.
me see.
Actually, all right. So that's a point for Robert. So we have a tie. Um, Here now that we're signing us still in the first part of the show before we get more questions. Do you guys think it would be more fair if you have to cut me off as I'm saying it, so it doesn't give a advantage to whoever reads it for the benefit of the podcast, or you just want to do it where if you read it, you can answer it?
I don't know. I don't know what would be better. I think I think you read the question fully and then we can answer after. So that way um the listeners know what the question is before we actually interrupt you.
Okay. Okay. I think it'd be better as I'm saying it. So if once I state it verbally, then you can jump on it.
Okay.
All right.
And also the fight between Frieza and Goku lasted 4 hours and 13 minutes, making it the longest anime fight in
longest
history.
5 minutes,
which is over 67 episodes.
That's wild, actually.
Wow.
Alrighty. So we're going into our second Dragon Ball Z question. All right, this one's worth 2 points. So because there's 2 things kind of wrong with it. During the Android saga, androids 17 and 18 are revealed to be completely artificial beings created by Dr. Gero using Red Ribbon Army tech. Their infinite energy cores allow them to fight without tiring, making them a bigger threat than Cell, who relies on absorbing energy from the others to power up. So before I jump into that, what I'm stating is not that they're stronger than Cell, that this ability makes them stronger than Cell. So that's the statement.
So androids 17 and 18, they are artificial beings because they're androids and they are created by that doctor. They
I
do
don't think
have
they were made using Red Ribbon Army Tech. I don't think that's the name of
I
it.
think
they were.
They were because Android 18 has the red ribbon on his on himself, so it is the Red Ribbon Army Tech.
That is correct.
They do have infinite energy cores, and they don't get tired. Who relies on making.
So during the
Maybe
Android,
not absorbing energy from others, but absorbing them.
Cell does absorb energy. When he was in that kind of bug form, he was terrorizing the towns, absorbing people slowly. Even in his fight with Piccolo, he absorbed his arm. So he does absorb energy.
Is it that they're not a bigger threat than Cell?
I'm referring to their ability to have infinite energy, whereas Cell needs to absorb, which would make him which would make them stronger to start with.
I see.
So
Is
these
that-
are this one's very hard, so that's why I have it worth 2 points.
Oh, that's great.
And there's two things wrong with it, and it's very technical, so I'll read it again. During the Android saga, androids 17 and 18 are revealed to be completely artificial beings, created by Dr. Giro using Red Ribbon Army tech. Their infinite energy core allows them to fight without tiring, making them a bigger threat than Cell, who relies on absorbing energy from others to power up.
Is
I
it
work
maybe
big.
not
Oh,
the Android saga?
they're not completely artificial, and they're not. That's I don't know. Maybe not completely artificial.
Surge is correct. So technically, they're cyborgs. So it's kind of like a lost in translation thing. So androids typically, like traditionally, like is just completely robotic. But they're actually cyborgs, so they do have human parts to them as well.
Okay.
All right, so Surge got one of them. The other one's a little bit trickier. It has to do with, I guess, the last statement. Would you guys kind of want another crack at it?
Maybe their energy core? What? No, because that's true. Because they do have. I mean, they do have infinite like energy because they can just be blasting Kai blasts all the time.
Yeah,
That's what they literally did in Dragon Ball Super. They
Isn't
didn't
it
get
that he
tired.
relies on Android 17 and 18 to also power up?
it's close enough, Surge, that I want to give it to you, and I think I will. So you're close, very, very close. So in this statement, well, as I kind of said, Cell, does rely on absorbing others' energy for him to power up. But once he absorbs Android 17 and 18, he takes over their infinite energy core. So once he absorbs them, then he also has that ability where he doesn't tire. So I'm gonna go ahead and give that one for Surge. So that was a little bit of a tricky one. That's why I kind of made it harder. The first one was a layup.
Indeed.
Just to kind of warm up. All right.
Fair
Next
game.
one is soccer. The FIFA World Cup, which began in 1930, is the most prestigious international soccer tournament and is hosted biannually by different nations.
Quad annually. Quad
Yeah.
annually.
Yes, that is correct. Is quad
And
every
then
4 years.
Brazil has taken home more trophies than any other nation.
That is
The problem
correct.
is he hasn't gotten to that part of the statement yet.
Yeah. So over the years, the statement says Germany has taken home more trophies. Robert, you are correct. It is actually Brazil. They have 5 wins to their name. So Serge and Robert, back to back. So that's a point for each. All right. Next question.
In that case, I'll be answering before you read it out.
Then we'll keep the statement one, just because I didn't know what to do after. All right. So Lionel Messi, widely considered one of the greatest football players of all time, spent his entire professional career with FC Barcelona, where he won multiple
I
Ballon
guess
d'Or.
that's already wrong. It wasn't just with RFC. I mean, PSG, Inter Miami.
Okay. Yeah, those are the 2 teams that I was looking for. So that is correct, Serge. All right.
And also greatest footballers of all time.
I was about to say the
That
same thing.
That one's
I was
wrong.
about to say the same thing.
Well,
Dude.
that's
You said one of. You said
Yeah.
one of. It's the greatest.
Nah.
Yeah, see, I chose my words because I knew this would come up. So to be
Robert, I was about to comment on the same thing as you did.
all right. No, I specifically chose one of the greatest football players for that reason. I consider him the greatest. But yeah.
As is rightfully so.
All right. Next question. We're switching topics again. We have Call of Duty. Call of Duty Modern Warfare revolutionized the franchise by introducing a new tone of realism and grittiness. Among its most iconic features was the debut of a fan-favorite zombies mode, where players could team up to survive waves of undead armies.
Is it the zombies mode? I think the zombies mode was introduced in Call of Duty World at War.
That is exactly correct, Robert. Call of Duty released zombies in Call of Duty World at War, not Modern Warfare. All right, so there's a point to Robert. All right, next is the Fortnite question. All right, Fortnite launched back in 2017 as a fast-paced competitive battle royale gamer, where 100 players parachute onto an island to fight to be the last survivor.
All right, I think I already have the mistake.
Okay.
It wasn't a battle royale game. I think it was like a survival, build your own fort type style game against like zombies. I think.
That is correct, Serge.
That's true.
So it launched as a Save the World, which introduced a co-op PEV mode. But later, Battle Royale did get released, and that became, I guess, the later more dominant mode of Fortnite, kind of what more people know it as. All right, so good question. So good answer,
And
Sage. Uh-huh.
you can go ahead and, like you said, keep reading it out for our
Oh yeah,
audio listeners.
yeah. I'll go ahead and read it out. So Fortnite launched back in 2017 as a fast-paced, competitive battle royale gamer where 100 players parachute onto an island to fight to be the last survivor. It's focused on construction-based combat, set it apart from other shooters from the start, and the game has remained exclusively in this format since launch. Um, all right, so Serge got that one correct. Next question: MCU. In the MCU, Tony Stark is the genius inventor behind the Iron Man suit and a founding member of the Avengers. He sacrifices himself in Avengers Infinity War by
It
using
was an end
That's
game.
wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was close.
Still, I was like the
Yeah,
same.
yeah. I think I'll give that one to both actually, because it came in on my end the same. So I'll give that one a
Yeah.
tie. I think you were gonna go ahead and state it, Search. What movie was it in?
End game.
Endgame. That is correct. He does sacrifice himself in Avengers Endgame. The rest of the statement by using the Infinity Stones to snap away Thanos and his army, cementing his legacy as the ultimate hero of the saga.
Very important question.
Uh-huh.
What do you prefer, Infinity War or End Game?
Infinity War.
I'm an Endgame guy just because I like the payoff, but I think it's a bigger payoff. But I think Infinity War was a better throughout. If that makes sense.
I prefer Infinity War.
Yeah.
It's the better of the two.
Yeah, I could definitely see that, but the payoff was just like so goated. It felt like such an event. But I think like what is it
It was
cinematically?
like literally you had to be there
Yeah,
movies.
it was definitely ingrained in our zeitgeist. Like
Which,
it's
hey,
yeah.
going back into the Fantastic Four, I'm excited for Doomsday. It gave me hope that they can pull off Avengers Doomsday with Robert Downey Jr.
Thank you for
Does
saying
it
that because I need.
go into that? Like, does it set up like a background for?
You gotta watch the movie.
I appreciate you saying that, Serge, because Doctor Doom is my favorite villain.
Mm.
Probably across all fictional heroes. I think he beats out Darth Vader in my opinion. Um,
Easily.
but for me, I know Darth Vader's a. I don't know. I'm a big Star Wars fan too, so it's like 1A, 1B sometimes. Sometimes it
In
switches.
that case, I love this little tangent we went on. My favorite villain,
Mhm.
Pain from Naruto. He's like the perfect villain.
Shinra Tensei.
I did take. I
Exactly.
think I did take out a Naruto question on here just because I felt like it was
Lopsided.
too anime focused. I wanted to kind of broaden it up a little bit. All right, so our next question is also from the MCU. In the MCU, Steve Rogers, aka Captain America, is given the Super Soldier Serum during World War One, which enhances his strength and agility, allows him to lead the Avengers as their first official member.
Is it World War II?
That is correct, Robert. It is World War Two, not World War One. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So our next question is a little bit of a change in the segment. We
Bro,
finished kind of the segments.
it's easy, man.
So this one, you guys will. I'll give you guys some time to kind of think about the answers. So on the screen, for those of you that are watching, it's a name. The segment's called "Name That Dragon." So on the screen, there are six dragons across different forms of media, and one on one, or this one's kind of like for additional points. So you won't get. I'm not looking to see who knows more, but I am looking to see who can name. If you can properly name them, then you'll get a point. Okay.
I got you.
Uh, all right. Let's see. How should we do this? You want to write it down just so I can kind of like see your answers.
Okay, bet.
That way, it's like not like a statement, but just so we can have them all.
Or can I there's a chat option for me here.
Oh,
Can I
yeah. Actually, use the chat option. That'd be perfect. Actually, I'm sorry
All
to
right,
do the same.
so
Let me go ahead and go here. Oh, I'm gonna stop sharing just so it's not all crazy on us. All right, so we're losing the chat section.
So it's in the where it says chat.
Yeah, there's a thing that says chat, and then there you can type a message.
I was gonna. I have to use commas to get this correct.
I like froze on his.
these
Man,
are
I
the
don't
ones
know.
that I know.
Oh, I was gonna say I don't know anything about what's it called? Freaking I don't know anything about God damn it, about Pokemon. I'm just gonna turn in what I have.
Okay. So let's see. Let me go ahead and just write down.
think that dragon was a Game of Thrones dragon, but I'm not sure.
I know there's a three-headed one there, isn't there? In Game of Thrones?
I don't know. I'm
Okay.
not that far if there is.
I think there
Okay. So I'm
is,
gonna go
but I
ahead
just don't know the
and
name of it.
share the screen again, just so I can go ahead and go into presenter mode. All right. So Robert answered Elizabeth, Spyro, Shenron, and what was the last one?
So it's Elizabeth, Spyro, Shenron, and Dragonite.
Dragonite.
I don't know the
Oh my God.
Okay.
I'm
I don't
so
know the
dumb.
bottom two.
So the answers I have here are dragon. I think technically it's like I'm coming Elizabeth. I think that's more of a reference to something as opposed to her name. But I'll give you credit just because like he does kind of say it like I guess in reference to it. So I'll go ahead and give Robert 1 point. Spyro is 1. Shenron of course is 1, and Dragonite is the one from Pokemon. So Serge, your
I
answer?
want to say something hilarious.
Uh-huh.
I do know who Ghidorah is, but I'm not even joking. On my laptop, there's a black mark. I don't know if you guys have seen it from when I dropped it. It was hiding the other two heads. That's why when you brought up the three heads, I was like, what are you talking about? And I could only see one head because of the black streak covering my screen.
Oh my
Because I knew
god.
who Ghidorah is.
Self-sabotage,
sold.
bro.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. That's why I was
Who
like,
is
what do you
it?
mean three heads?
Who is that? Is that from
It's from Godzilla.
From
It's
Godzilla.
Ghidorah.
Yeah. So Serge, you did get a point for Spyro and for Shenron, and you said Viserion. Was that what you thought the King Ghidorah was?
Yeah, because like I said, I only saw one head, and I know Drogon. I think Balerion is the black one. I think it's Drogon and Viserion, so I kind of just guessed from the other two.
Okay. Yeah, so for those of you watching, I included Dragon from Shrek, Spyro the Dragon from the Spyro series, King Ghidorah from the movie Ghidorah or from the Godzilla franchise, Haku from Spirited Away, Shenron from Dragon Ball, and Dragonite from Pokemon. So Robert, you got 4 points
nice
from that section. Serge, I gave you 2. All right. So
Spyro is my favorite dragon of all time. I used to play the video game on the PS1, so he's like my favorite dragon of all time.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. What
Every
about
time I
you,
go to
Serge?
Universal Studios, I would take a picture with Spyro.
I don't know. A
That's
favorite dragon?
Yeah, that's a pretty.
What dragons exist? I don't know.
I mean,
Imagine Dragon?
Imagine Dragon.
Imagine dragons. Would
Um,
one dare to do so? I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite dragon. That's
I think for me,
it's an
Shenron,
interesting one.
just because I
Mm,
think it's up there. But
yeah, I don't
yeah,
know if I
a lot
have
of good
one.
dragons. Alrighty,
Sorry. Oh wait, I was gonna say a Yu-Gi-Oh one, but I can't.
Blue
I don't
Eyes
even
White
like Blue
Dragon,
Eyes
Blue Eyes
or
White
Red Eyes.
Dragon.
Red Eyes.
I don't have
There's
a favorite dragon.
Blue
I
Eyes
don't have a
Ultimate
favorite dragon.
Dragon. There's like the 5-headed dragon. There's Life for the Sky
No
Dragon.
favorite dragon. You heard it here first.
Alright, I just wanted to flex my Yu-Gi-Oh knowledge a little bit. All right. So our next segment is I went ahead and did my best to Photoshop. I'm by no means an expert, so I'm going to be showing a couple of scenes. I want Serge and Robert to go ahead and point out what is wrong with the scene. With this one, there's really no build up to it. I'm going to flash the screen. You let me know as soon as you see it, and then you can go ahead and go from there. All right.
I
So,
am making my screen smaller so my black line does not cut off something important
Okay.
this time.
All right. So I am going to switch the screen now. So what is wrong with this?
Spider-Man is not part of Captain America's team.
That is a point for Serge. I was hoping I didn't mess up the pigment too much.
No, I just know it because they fight each other and they bring up that they're both from New York.
Yeah,
That's true.
it was funny when I was kind of photoshopping this. I found the JPEG for it, and it was
pretty good.
It was one with him using when he had Cap shield, and I was gonna put him right on that plane. But I was like, no, I can't have 2 Cap shields, so I had to find one of him swinging. All right, so Serge got 1 point. That is correct. For those of you just kind of listening, it's the scene from Civil War, where it's Captain America's team when they're at the airport running towards Iron Man's team, and I went ahead and I kind of put Spider-Man behind them, kind of swinging.
Tangent time yet again.
Yeah.
Now that today's a really tangent-packed episode, but
It is, yeah.
I rewatched Doctor Strange into the Multiverse or whatever it's called, the Multiverse one,
Multiverse of Madness.
Multiverse of Madness. I came to the conclusion that Wanda cannot be redeemed as a superhero, given that she herself kills a lot of superheroes.
Mm,
They're probably gonna go out of like how she kind of was corrupted by the power itself. I don't know the specifics because I don't really know about the comics for Marvel,
yeah.
but I genuinely do not think she can be redeemed as a superhero when she killed Professor X, Reed Richards, Captain America, Black Bolt,
Light bulb.
and I think there was one more
Professor
that
X.
she killed. Oh
Did
yeah,
you say
Professor
that?
X.
Yeah.
She like literally tries to steal another Wanda's children. Like I honestly don't believe this Wanda, if they try to redeem her in future movies, can be redeemed. She has to be a villain, or she has to redeem herself by sacrificing herself in some way. That's the only way.
Yeah, she did. She did do a lot of bad shit in that movie.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, it's trippy. I think I wouldn't know either, like in the comics. So if anybody that's read the comics, definitely let us know. But yeah, I think she's kind of one of those characters where she's either depicted as bad or gray or like good. So it really just depends on like the iteration you're reading of her. So I guess for like that like story, they went ahead and they went with I guess the bad version of it.
I also
Um,
thought WandaVision was a really good show.
that was a good show. Hmm.
It was a great show.
I thought so.
I think that might be the one MCU show I've seen. That and a little bit of Daredevil.
You have to
Watch. Oh,
see
okay.
Daredevil and you
And
have to watch
Loki.
The Punisher. Loki is also goated.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Um,
I gotta
Moon
catch
Knight.
up.
Moon Knight's really good.
Moon Knight is good too.
I mean,
Everything else
I got
after
some
that
time.
is pretty bad.
The funny thing
Everything. Yeah.
is like I've just been doing like instead of like venturing out to like watch shows that I know I should be watching, I've been doing a lot of like comfort watching. So I just recently started like My Name is Earl. So it's so stupid. Um,
Honestly, that's such a you show. That's
it
such a you
is.
show.
I love it and unapologetically love My Name is Earl. It just reminds me of
I mean,
summertime.
it is.
Yeah,
It is good, but like that's just like
yeah, it's
made
funny.
for you.
It's like
Yeah.
Futurama. It's always set in Philadelphia. It's just stupid. All right, so Serge gets the point for identifying Spider-Man in this photo. Our next photo we have a photo from Demon Slayer.
What is it that
Oh,
Zenitsu
Tanjiro
should have his
sword.
sword?
Oh, the spikes on Inosuke's sword. They're not chipped.
You,
And it
yeah, because Serge said Tanjiro's sword. What did you say, Robert?
Oh, I said Zenitsu maybe should
it
have
was
his sword.
Inosuke's sword.
It was Inosuke's sword. So
Yeah.
there's no jaggets on there.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, and for reference, for those watching, Inosuke has the jagged swords for his like katanas, and this one I kind of smoothed them out to make them look like normal, I guess, just regular katanas. But yeah, all right. So our next one is going to be
Wait, who? So who got the point on that one?
you did just because Robert said
Okay.
Zenitsu when it was
Oh, okay.
Inosuke. Uh-huh.
Okay. I thought he said. All right. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I was just asking because I know that you had said Tanjiro sword, but
Yeah, Tanjiro.
I didn't hear what Robert had said.
Yeah, that's why I didn't hear him either. All right. Go ahead.
Just in case. All right, so our next one is from Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, is that supposed to be Majin Vegeta?
That is supposed to be Majin Vegeta. Search. I
The
took
fit, dude. It's the fit.
it's the pit. It's
Yeah.
the my one of my favorite battles across the show is when they both turn Super Saiyan 2. This is I think the Buu saga. And yeah, they go ahead and they fight it out. But the thing missing on this photo is the Majin symbol for Vegeta, and this one I went ahead and photoshopped it out, so it doesn't have
That's
that symbol.
that Vegeta fit goes hard.
Yeah, top tier fit. I mean, I think that's like the best Goku and Vegeta have looked like from like an artistic standpoint. I think that arc is like beautiful. Like when I think Dragon Ball, I think of kind of this art style. I think they cooked. This entire fight was just the vibe.
Are you
Um,
ready for another tangent?
Yes.
Given that we all of us are Hispanics,
uh-huh.
did you guys have that core experience of looking up Super Saiyan 5 Goku with like the long silver hair, like the
Course.
gray hair,
Like Super Saiyan 100.
Super Saiyan 100.
with the crazy like gold hair everywhere? Did you guys also
Yeah.
have that core experience?
They'd be like
Yeah.
green sometimes, like Super
Yeah.
Saiyan
The
50.
Linkin Park playing in the background with the video.
They'd have like spikes on their heads and shit.
Oh my God, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's funny. I mean,
all
like
right.
top tier. All right, so let me go ahead and run through the points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so that's 14, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow, close game. So our winner for today's episode is Sergio with 14 points. Robert, you came in a close second with 11. It was really, really close. The spot did not end up selling you, Serge, but almost did.
The
Robert came
wait,
up
the what?
uh,
Sorry,
the
I
Ghidorah,
didn't hear what you
where
said.
you weren't able to see it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
hilarious.
But that was a pretty good game. Let me go ahead and I guess stop sharing my screen. All right. So winners, I guess, and losers speech with Serge coming out victorious this episode.
I mean, Serge just had a faster reflex than me. He was there today. He was locked in, like you said he was going to last episode. He said he was going to lock in and try and catch up to you. So, I mean, got to give props to Serge there. Me, on the other hand, have not eaten all day. So my reflexes are not there. I'm sleep deprived. So I'm not trying to give any excuses, but I'm just telling you what's going on in my daily life right now. I haven't had no food in my system, so I'm a little slow with it right now.
All right. And our winner speech for today's episode.
First off, shout out to Robert for reminding me that I said I was going to lock in. And then how I always start off my speeches: humble in defeat, arrogant in victory. You know, it was a little bit of a drought. Kind of like, um, kind of. I was thinking I was gonna make a jab at either Kobe or Michael Jordan, but I can't think of one right now. Kind of like the whole drought thing.
Oh.
Kind of like, you know what? I already botched it. I'm not even gonna go into it. Anyways, like I said, humble and defeat, arrogant and victory. I'm gonna dedicate this win to my second 5 out of 5. This is how you lose a Time War. This one was for those two authors who cooked up a truly amazing book. And like Robert said, I had to lock in today. I had to be in my bag. I wasn't gonna let nobody get in my way to get this victory. I'm back at 6, and like I also said, it was a little bit of a drought, but I was like, all right, I let them catch up. I even let one of them pass me, but it's time for me to log back in and kind of show them, this is how it's done.
All right. So good speeches from both my co-hosts. But that's it for today's episode. We hope y'all enjoy it. Again, we're just trying to come up with like different
Oh,
ways to kind of.
okay, last things.
Yeah.
I actually have another hot take for today. I don't know if you guys have any hot takes before we close things off.
I'm trying to think. I've been pretty chill.
Let me
If not, I
see.
can go ahead and just go at it.
You let it rip, Serge.
All right, so my hot take is one that shouldn't even be a hot take. That's how much of a hot take, I guess you could say it is. I don't even think it should be one. And that is that the One Piece manga is a way better experience than the anime, and therefore day and night in terms of how good it is. I truly believe that the anime is not a good reflection of how good One Piece is.
Oh wow.
Of course, referring to the manga. The only time I would recommend the One Piece anime is to somebody who just has no interest in reading mangas. You know what I mean? Like, if the only way I know that they're going to experience One Piece is by watching the anime, by all means, watch the anime. But if I know it's somebody who would be interested and would actually like want to read the manga, I would recommend it any day out of the week over the anime. And the reasons being, the pacing in the anime is honestly unacceptable. They will stretch out chapters over so many episodes. Usually it's almost supposed to be 1-to-1 or kind of 2 chapters in one episode. Even 3 chapters I've seen in one episode of anime. One Piece does not do this. I think it's like 1-to-1, sometimes not even a full chapter is covered in an episode. So this kind of gives you an example of how bad the pacing is in One Piece anime. Now, with that being said, the fights, the music, obviously the voice acting, like just the animation, backed up with like the whole experience. Obviously, the manga can do that better than the anime, which is what I think the anime does better. However, again, when you put everything together, I think the pacing just really deducts from the quality that is One Piece, and I think it can really make it a super hard thing to get into, especially because the beginning of the series isn't like greatness. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
becomes like a top, like great series of all time a little bit later on. Not even too later on, but just a little bit later on. But if you're kind of going through this rough pacing at the beginning, it's kind of dissuade a lot of people from giving it a chance, which is why I think that the manga is infinitely times better. And I would never recommend the anime over a manga to someone who I know would be interested in reading.
Okay. That's a good take, honestly.
Yeah.
Are you more of a dubbed or a subbed kind of guy?
Oh, this is an interesting conversation.
Because
Sub is infinitely times better than dub. Some of the voice acting in dub is straight up like, what are we doing here? know what I mean? Honestly, I don't know what the reason is that some dub is just bad. Like, I honestly don't know. I wouldn't even say it's the voice actors themselves. I think it's more of what they're given to work with,
Hmm.
because I don't want to kind of bash on somebody for their artistic expression, because I feel like, again, that undermines the work they put in as voice actors. I think it's more that maybe just the budget, the focus, kind of how it's regarded isn't the same with dub as it is with sub, because I guess as you can imagine, it's a big deal in Japan. So like if you're like doing the voice for characters in Japanese anime, it's gonna be a big deal. A lot of money's gonna go into like the production, the quality of it. But with dubbed, a lot of lines also sound tacky because you're kind of hearing it how they sound.
Hmm.
It doesn't have like, it's in a different language, so some lines don't come off as corny or tacky or like kind of cringe, which I think is one benefit of you listening to it in a different language. But then when you hear certain lines in English, you're like, oh, that's, you can tell this was meant for like a teenage audience.
Mm. I
Yeah.
think I'm with you on that one. I think depending on the anime that I'm watching, I'll either watch it in dub or sub. Like for Dragon Ball, I have to watch it in English. I can't stand like the girliness that Goku's voice has
Hmm.
as in the Japanese version, only because the voice actor is a woman. I mean, I'm not trying to bash on like women here, but
Yeah.
I think Goku, he's seen as like a powerful, Saiyan. So to have what's his name, Sean,
Shamel.
voice, yep, voice him and Christopher Sabbath as Vegeta, bro. It's just so iconic to hear them
Hmm.
in English. But when I watch Demon Slayer, I have to watch that one in Japanese. Another one that I watch in English is Attack on Titan. I don't know why I couldn't get into the Japanese um, for that one. But yeah, I
So
guess
you bring a good point. I myself actually I prefer the English Dragon Ball. Also, I try to give it a chance in Japanese, and yeah, I think it's Goku's voice. I think if he was younger, like a younger character, but given that he's a full adult, it is kind of weird to hear him have such a, I guess, feminine voice or high pitched voice.
yeah,
And I don't know if maybe that was his voice when the same voice actor when he was a child version. So maybe that's why they just kept the same voice actor. But it is kind of like
maybe.
it is kind of jarring to kind of hear him sound like that, especially when like I said, I heard him in English and Spanish first.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then also the Full Metal Alchemist dubbed is good, and that one I have heard some parts of it, and that one does hold up really well.
Yeah, and for me, I think if it's a new anime I'm watching, I'll try to watch it in subbed, just because I want to kind of like enjoy it for kind of like I guess the original, kind of things. Like I guess because I'm more locked in, I'm more willing to read. But if it's just something I'm gonna have on the background, something that I enjoy watching, like Dragon Ball, then I'll probably pop it on in English. The only Japanese Dragon Ball Z that I have seen was Dragon Ball Super, and that's just because I was watching it when they were fresh making the episodes, and I didn't want to wait for them to dub
Right.
it. So I was just watching it as it came out. But yeah, no. So good takes. Honestly, I
All right.
don't think I'll
And
argue with any of them.
sneak peek for next week, hot take: Sanji is a better character than Zoro. One Piece. That's next week's hot take.
All right. Well, we'll have to wait for next week then to see what you're gonna who's which fan base you're gonna piss off.
I guess we'll have to wait. But yeah, that'll wrap it up for today's episode. We hope you guys enjoy the format. Kind of like I was saying earlier, we're just trying out new things, kind of see what works, see what we'd like to interact with. Because I mean, if it's fun for us, if it's enjoyable for us, and we're gonna want to keep doing it. So we're just gonna trying new things. So stick along for that, and you'll be on the road with us. So we'll go ahead and we'll see you next time. All right, bye bye.